Hello everyone, my name is Nahre. I'm a pianist-composer, and today I want to talk about an approach to practicing standard repertoire or any kind of piece of music or technique that I've been thinking a lot about recently. The basic concept is to compose or improvise little excerpts that really complement and encourage the act of repetition, which is, of course, very necessary for practicing. Let me explain using this example of a passage from Mephisto Waltz No. 1 by Franz Liszt that I recently revisited. As you'll see, it wasn't going so well. Now, in order to improve how I play it, I need to do two things. I need to understand it in a way that really serves how I play it, and also put in the reps to really get a hold of it. So when I was studying this passage, I was quite frustrated because I didn't really know how to practice it. And I would ask my teacher about ways to practice it. And I remember him telling me, practice this until your face turns blue. And then he gave me another tip, which was to use shadow practicing, which is to get to the note, the destination note, before you play it in a very fast manner. And that's very effective too, but it didn't really take me that far. And also, I wasn't super motivated to practice this section. So I just remember going back to my practice room and being a little lost, and I practiced it, dozens of times, and it didn't get very good. For the understanding part of it, I simplified what's going on in the right hand to isolate the technique being used, which is a single note plus an octave of the same pitch right above it. So my plan is to become comfortable playing this technique, playing this kind of pattern, starting from different notes and different transpositions. So with that in mind, looking at the first measure of this section, I'm focusing on just the pitches. And with A sharp, D sharp, this pattern is applied. Now, this may seem obvious, but at the time when I was practicing this passage, I didn't really think about the formation of these notes. I just focused on, practicing this until my face turned blue. And I would just repeat it over and over and over again. For the repetitions part, I found that simply repeating that phrase or even a beat in its original form gets really boring, frustrating, and gives me anxiety. So my solution to that is to set up a little environment around each thing I'm trying to work on that makes it very inviting, natural, and to some degree, pleasant to repeat what I'm trying to practice. It's sort of like functional looping and functional minimalism. So here are some more examples of that. So I find this approach not only effective, but really fun to do, and it's something that I'd like to continue to talk about and demonstrate in these practice notes videos, because I really believe that practicing can be extremely interesting and not necessarily dull and boring and robotic, even for things that require a ton of repetition. So I filmed myself every time I spent time on this in the last couple of days to keep track of exactly how much I was doing, and I had a little less than an hour of footage. So obviously I was revisiting this passage, so I had a bit of an advantage, but still it's worth noting how I went from point A to point B. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Let me know in the comments below, what are some passages that you're currently struggling with or having difficulty grasping, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Let's find that spot. All the memories. The memories, yes, the memories.